Dracula.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Graveyard Club podcast. It's been a while since we've last uploaded, but we're back here today with one of Acidic's picks, and it's The Old Dark House from 1932, and that's a James Whale film. If you're not familiar with the name, he brought us the likes of Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, and he has a few other movies. I'm a huge fan of what he'd done with Frankenstein and The Bride of Frankenstein. Bride of Frankenstein is actually probably one of my favourite movies. So it's funny that this movie went under the radar for me for a long old time, and thanks to Acidic, I finally got around to watching it. And man, what a pick! I have to admit, what a great pick.
I'm so glad that you liked it. Like I saw this. Let's see. I was probably about 16 or so. So I mean, 20 something fucking years ago. It was one of those like dollar, clearance bin DVD things, and it was one of the ones in like the crazy thin case too, right? Like the super cheap things. And I got it, and I was just like, I kind of held on to it for a couple weeks because I really didn't expect much out of it. I threw it in the player, and the transfer was pretty rough, right? Like the actual, the graininess, I guess you'd say, was pretty bad. But I sat down and watched it, and I was blown the fuck away. I was like, hold up, that was actually really, really good. Like, what the fuck? Why have I not heard of this before?
Oh man, when I first stuck it on, I was not expecting that. Obviously, we're going to talk about the cast. There's a great cast of characters in this movie that I'll always remember. Like that's what I'll think about this movie. Anytime I'll rewatch it, is just a great cast of characters. Obviously, you have like the juggernauts at the time, like Boris Karloff, but there's some other little. There's just great work with the actors on this one, man, and just James Whale's style. And we were talking about before we started the show. He kind of brings in a little bit of comedy. There's a few laughs here and there, to the point where you can almost look at this like a horror comedy. But I'll be honest, Acidic, man, I don't. Like, there is funny parts in it. Some of the characters are comedic relief. But I don't know, man. This fits with Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, The Invisible Man to me. Like, that's up there. Like, it's a shame that this one doesn't get talked about as much as the other ones. It's such a good movie.
And I like that they keep, like, most of the funny stuff is at the very beginning, and it's cool because it's almost like a vehicle, right? Like it sets your expectations very very low in terms of the horror factor, because you're like, oh, okay, like there's all this funny shit going on, this is gonna be fun. And then the creep factor like just kind of slowly starts to stack up, right? And it like, it's crazy how many layers are in this movie too, because you keep thinking like, okay, there's the twist, or there's the bad guy, or there's the whatever, and nah, that's not what's going on at all. It continuously throws you for a loop.
I love that. There's about 3 or 4 twists in this movie. Is he the bad guy? No. Okay, he's the bad guy. No, he's not the bad guy. It's somebody else. It throws you off so many times, man. And for such an old film, I was hooked into it. Like, do you know what I mean? A lot of them older films at the time, you're there for like the spooky atmosphere, the creature or whatever it may be. But in this movie, it has all that. But the story and the characters keep you hooked in, man. And as you said, them twists, man, fuck me. Like, we're going to be talking about all of them here today. But man, like, we're going to before we dig into the plot, I just want to do a little bit of a background. So as we know, it's directed by James Whale. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but I read the budget at the time was $250K. That's a lot of fucking money, man.
Like,
I'm not sure if that's true or not.
I guess that would. You do have a lot of high-profile names. All right, so there is that. That's going to cost you something. I mean, I guess granted they were less high-profile at the time, but still. The set is phenomenal, though, bro, and like it. Hold on. What does that translate to into today's dollars? Give me just a second.
Man, that is a lot of fucking money. Now, I'm not saying as if this movie was cheaply made at all, but just $250 for 250 grand for a movie like this. That just it's it's drove by the characters. I know the setting up the house is fucking magnificent, man. It's beautiful. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's great. Like the Welsh countryside setting is fucking fantastic, man. Do you know what I mean? But I was just thinking to myself, 250k sounds high, but yeah, I am wondering what it is in today's money.
By the way,
what?
Yeah, 6 million. Well, right shy of like 5.9 million.
Yeah, I suppose that could make a lot of sense, man. Because as you said, there is a few decently big names at the time in this, and yeah, I suppose it would make sense.
Yeah, certainly. I feel like if people wanted to, they could sit down and they could write like a classic horror film today, but I do not think that they could get the setting right. I think that the settings and the staging that these old movies had, like that particular charm, I fear is not able to be replicated.
Yeah, because makes me think, man, like would a modern remake of this even have the same feel to it? Like, now speaking of remakes, there is a William Castle directed Hammer movie. I believe it's a Hammer movie, and it's a remake of this one, and I think it came out in the '60s. I actually almost bought that.
Yeah, I gotta check that.
Yeah, did you watch it?
I did not yet. I'm a balance of like I'm excited, but I'm also very fearful that they're gonna fuck it up, because let's be real, it's a horror movie and it's a remake, and those two things, it's like a solid 90% chance that it's gonna be a fuck up.
Yeah, well,
so I'm a bit apprehensive. But,
if it's William Castle or not, man, yeah, remakes can still go tits up, I suppose. But I will.
It could be awesome, though.
True. Do you know what I mean? Because the only reason what I found out about that is I almost bought the remake on Amazon. I was looking to buy this on Blu-ray, and I had it in my basket until I realized, hold on, that's not the same fucking cover pick as the one we were watching. You know, so no, so there is a remake for people out there that are wondering. But I want to go in and talk about, before we get into the plot, I want to talk about the cast of characters and actors in this movie. So Melvin Douglas plays Penderel, and he's one of my favorite characters in it. That's not an evil character. Very fucking good. We have a couple. Raymond Macy plays Philip Waverton. Gloria Stewart plays Margaret Waverton, and then we have Charles Lockton as William Porterhouse. He comes into it later. He's actually also very funny. And then
Sir William Porterhouse.
Yeah. I wasn't putting down the sword. I'll just call him William Porterhouse. And then then we have the evil family, I suppose we'll call them. And we have Ernest Toysiger, and I don't recognise his name. He plays Dr. Pretorius in Bride of Frankenstein. He was fucking amazing in that, and by far my favourite character. He was fantastic in that movie. He plays Horace Femme. It's the family's called the Femme family, and his sister is played by Ava Moore, and she plays Rebecca. Boris Karloff plays Morgan the butler, and then we have Bremner Wills, which is a fucking weird name, and he plays the older brother Saul. He's a very interesting character that we're going to be talking about. So yeah, that's basically the whole cast of characters, and like. Does not, like, that's what's good about this movie. It's set into one place. It's set into one house. So you have these characters have time to show off what they have, man. And that's what I'll take. As I said, that's what I'll take away from this movie, man. Is the actors in this movie. Like, every single person just gave it 100%. I thought.
Yeah, and the dialogue was fire. Like the banter between the characters was really, really good. I always cite Pulp Fiction when I'm talking about movies with good dialogue, because I feel like that's one of those at the high water mark.
For sure.
But this movie is fucking great. I think my personal favorite is when Rebecca grabs Margaret's necklace. And she says it's fine stuff, but it'll rot. And then she like rubs her neck all creepily. It's just like, that's finer stuff, but it'll rot too.
fucking love that
I
part,
don't know why I love that so much. It's just like, bro, what a fucking totally unnecessary, bitchy, and creepy thing to say.
Like the characters are wild in this. If people haven't seen the movie and are listening to this, Boris Karloff basically plays an alcoholic butler, and once he's drinking, he becomes this fucking. He basically becomes almost like a monster. But like I don't know. Sometimes, man, I was watching the films, like that almost looks like it's sexually motivated. What he's the way he's going after the women in the film.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some like weird rapey vibes happening there, unfortunately.
Yeah, like what a character, man! What a character.
Yeah, it's and you know, like we said earlier, so like he comes out and you're like, okay, so the villain is mute butler. All right, cool, got it. It's Karloff. This makes sense. Obviously, this is the villain.
Yeah, which is crazy, man. That is literally the first thing that I meant to think. Karloff is the big baddie in this one, but
because like obviously, right? Like, why would he not be?
And can I say one thing, man? Like, I'm not sure how what height Boris Karloff was at the time. I read that he was not as tall as obviously what he's betrayed in Frankenstein, but even in this movie, man, he's still huge. He's
a big motherfucker. Yeah, like I would not want a piece of that.
No,
like, nah, I'm good.
But like, was he that tall in real life, or did he make him taller in these movies? I don't know.
That's a good question.
But yeah, he's brilliant, man. But for the plot, now, like again, typical Universal, where we're opened to like three friends, a couple, Philip, Margaret, and Pendrell. They're lost in the stormy country of Wales. What a fucking setting to open up a movie. The rain is fucking pissing down. They're literally missing landslides by fucking inches. There's thunder and lightning, and you almost lose the car in water. So it does start off kind of lighthearted, but it still has that atmosphere from that you're used to from the other movies. You stumble across a big creepy house, and there resides the Femme family. You go up to the door and knock, and a horrifying face answers the door, and that's the butler. That's Boris Karloff. And man, it's just such a creepy little kind of start to the movie. They're welcomed by siblings Horace and Rebecca, and they're a bit reluctant to let the guests stay. And they even mention about the butler gets violent when he's drunk, but they come in, and I love the setting, man, of the big dinner table, the big fireplace. You can tell this house is absolutely freezing. It really, really looks cold, this creepy house.
Oh yeah,
doesn't it? Like, do you know what I
mean? 100%. You could just about park a car in that fucking fireplace. Like it's, and to your point, what's wild about the dinner thing is like, you know, bro, like y'all weren't expecting company. Like there's just a couple of y'all in there, and you got all this fucking, like this whole table full of fucking food.
An absolute spread, man. Yeah, a fucking spread.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
And again, man, how would you cook an absolute bangers of dinners like that in a house that doesn't even look like you could fucking cook at enough? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is one thing I do forget about. There wasn't like a lot of electricity in houses, if all. There probably I could be fucking talking shit here. There probably was no electricity in any house in the 1930s. But it just gets me wondering.
You'd be more than likely wood fired. Like a wood cooking stove or a perhaps a coal cooking stove. I would assume.
And here's a funny one, man. Do you remember? Obviously, you probably weren't alive, but do you know what year electricity was starting to get common in America, in just households?
Yeah, it seems like something that I should know, but like I have no fucking idea.
Man, from what
I get, I'm not even gonna bullshit. You can act like I know. Hold on.
That's okay.
Let's see.
But in Ireland, man, I think literally it was only in like the late 60s. Like Ireland were fucking way behind time, man. We were still walking around with candles at night time through the 60s. Like, it was crazy. Like, do you know what I mean? I just know that for a fact. I know America we're headed way ahead of Ireland in terms of like TV,
Oh, this is
electricity.
crazy. Half of households had it by 1925, and virtually everyone had it by 1960. I didn't think it was that old, but then again, like now that I'm really thinking about the timeline, it's like, well, I mean, fuck, dude, they had like movies in the 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Just when I'm watching these old movies, I'm just be thinking like, there's no electricity in these houses, but yeah. So obviously, there's your answer. Like 1929. You said, did you?
25.
1925. Okay, man. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
say like it was probably the late 60s before Irish people even heard of electricity, man. You know, fucking crazy. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, look up. I'm not even gonna go on a tangent about it, man. But there's some stuff the Irish just caught on to later, like from electricity to fucking condoms, man. Like, it was ridiculous in the 70s in Ireland, man.
Really?
Yes, man. Like in 1970. I know I'm not sure exactly when they became legal, but condoms were illegal in Ireland.
You fucking what?
Yes, man. Yes, it's fucking crazy, bro. So,
For what? Like, what's the rationale there?
well, Ireland was fucking dominated, man, by the Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church.
Oh, right.
Like, we were dominated by the Catholic Church, and they had influence.
Is my dumbass over here thinking like, is it product safety? Like, were they fucked up? Did they make your dick fall off? You know, like, what's the problem?
Hell no. But if you know Ireland and the north of Ireland, we're part of the same island, but they're two different countries. So, like, Republic of Ireland takes up the majority of the island, say, and then the Northern Ireland is owned by the English. They're English ran, so they have different police and all this type of stuff up there. Like, I could literally drive about 40 minutes up to the north, and I'm in a completely different country with different laws, different police, and all that. So back then,
that's fucking wild.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, and there's not like
that is wild.
Yeah,
dude.
It's a soft border as well, like, so you can literally just drive over, and so
really,
yeah, it's crazy, man. And it's completely different accents. Like, as I said, the police are different, man. Even the money's different, like. But that's what people used to do for the condoms back in the day. They used to drive up to the north because they were legal up there, and bring them back down to Ireland. I don't know how we started talking about. Yeah, like, it's crazy, man.
So would you have like condom resellers? Would there be like one dude who would go up there and get just like a shitload, and then everyone had his phone number, and they're like, "Yeah, I gotta call old fucking Johnny Condoms later because I think I'm gonna need some." Like,
man, I say
like people.
That is crazy, man. I hear, man, you're probably right.
It's like bootlegging liquor or like bootlegging cigarettes or something. Someone shows up with a truck of condoms and they're like, "All right, I got what y'all need. You need magnums, you need thin ones, what you need." I don't know why the fuck I think that's so funny, but that is one of the most hysterical things I've ever goddamn heard.
Man, yeah. I say you'd probably find Ireland fucking hysterical, man, if you learned enough about it. But anyway, I don't know how we went on a tangent talking about fucking condoms. But anyway, so we're getting our characters are the good guys, pretty much. I'm gonna say, Pendrell, Philip, and Margaret. They're getting settled into the house, and we meet Rebecca.
Yeah,
Rebecca is Horace's sister, and it's a
no bands.
She kind of reminds me of. Have you ever seen it? Did you see The Invisible Man? Claude Rains.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you've seen that one.
Well, I'm talking about like the original one, right?
Oh yeah, of course, man. Yeah, Claude Rains.
Yeah.
She reminds me. I think she might have been in that movie as well. I'm not sure. I recognise her voice and her face from somewhere.
Okay.
But she brings Margaret into her room because everyone's soaked from the rain and all that. And this is the first story development, and this is almost the first twist, in my opinion. She tells Margaret about the evil family, how fucked up they are, and she mentions our father, Sir Roderick, and he's upstairs, and he's 102 years old. Poor fucker, and he's betrayed as an evil man. So for a good part of this movie, now you're thinking, right, fuck, there's some evil fucker upstairs, and he's basically the bad
Mm-hmm.
guy. After first seeing Horace and Rebecca, straight away I thought they were the bad guys, man. Like after seeing Morgan, I was like, no, it's Horace and his sister Rebecca that are the bad guys.
Yeah.
But now we're getting
So
told,
we're already on like the third assumption at this point, and we're what? We're like less than 12 minutes into the movie, and
yeah,
we're, you know, for the third time being like, okay, wait, no, I guess, yeah, so this has got to be, it's got to be the bad guy, right? Like he's 102, he's an evil dude, he's fucking off in a loft somewhere, assumedly doing fucked up shit. Um, surely, surely that's the guy.
yeah, yeah. Surely it's this one, man, and not another two fucking people that we're going to be talking about soon.
Because that would be crazy.
But long behold, we get two new guests, and that's Sir William Porterhouse and a chorus girl. The stage name is a Gladys Duquesne. How do you say it? Gladys Duquesne. Anyway, is it?
Yeah.
So these two come in,
Glad.
and I'll be honest with you, man, like these two for a good part of the movie was the comic relief for me. They were quite funny. They were quite entertaining.
Yeah. Fair.
I liked Porterhouse. He was quite funny in the movie.
Porterhouse is great. Uh, I I like how like chuckly Porterhouse is. I like I like his range as well because like when dude starts talking about his fucking wife dying, man,
Yeah,
like
man.
that shit's not fucking funny. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like he goes from like, yeah, like this everything's good to like, nah, everything's fucking not good, bro. And it was a very I don't know, like I was just really impressed by that. Like dude's fucking face dropped, his whole fucking demeanor changed. And you could tell that there was a lot of he's harboring not only a lot of sadness, but he's harboring a lot of hate for the individuals that were fucking mean to his wife that you know potentially drove his wife to killing herself.
For sure, man. Like he comes across as the silly character, but yeah, there's a lot of depth. That he brings a lot of depth
Yeah,
there. Brings a lot of depth there. Like I do like him. Like I wasn't when I first watched the film. I thought like the people that first came at the start. I thought like right, that's it. Like that's our cast now for the movie. I didn't like it was a bit of a
yeah,
curveball when they threw the other two in, but it does all make sense. So moving on, the dinner scene is quite interesting. I
yeah,
I love the fucking dinner scene, man.
yeah. It's so I feel like ignoring the comic relief part of the first part of this movie, this entire film reminds me of the dinner scene of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All right, now feel me here, but stretched into an entire fucking movie, right? Just the like the dread, the holy fuck, these people are batshit insane, like the whole deal. It's because like by the end of the film, when you look at the whole picture, right? This house is fucking nuts, dude. Like I don't even know how this thing is still standing.
But sure, man, like that whole family's fucked. Like from the
Yeah, the
keep it
whole thing,
is
top to bottom, like
is
mega
fucked.
fucked. Not like, you know, oh, they're a little bit weird. Like, no, fuck that, dude. These
Yeah.
people are fucking irreparably fucked up. Like, fucked up with no hope of ever not being fucked up.
So like yeah. So do you have an alcoholic butler that's still there? Do you have two people locked up in bedrooms upstairs? What sort of fucking
Yeah.
family is this, man? You know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, which objectively, I don't know how the math works exactly on this, but it seems like having two crazy family members not locked up makes you twice as dysfunctional, right? Like, I don't know if it's a direct one to one or if it, like, you know, If it scales exponentially, I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's unacceptably fucked, one might say.
I'm wondering, man, since this is set in Wales, I wonder was there actually a Welsh family like that at the time over there? I wouldn't be surprised, man. I've never met a Welsh man, girl, but I do find him a little bit strange. And speaking of that, man, I it gets me thinking, man. And another fucking thing, man. I didn't hear one authentic Welsh accent. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with the Welsh accent?
So I am very, very bad at accent identification. I'm talking about like real bad. Um,
So you probably didn't
it's
even notice.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Americans aren't super, I feel like aren't super great at accent identification as a whole, and the state I'm in is 48th in education, so it's a fucking miracle I can even read. So being able to identify, like, oh yeah, that person sounds like they're from this region. Nope, not happening.
Yeah. But see, what's crazy, man?
Zero hope.
Seeing America where like to be like a New York accent, a California accent, but them states are like hours away from each other. In the likes of Ireland,
Oh
England,
yeah, no, it's like oh god, I want to say like a 30 something hour drive.
you know, like in the state you're in, man, would there be would there be a multitude of accents, or just kind of maybe
Yeah,
one?
it's mostly, I would say that I guess the most predominant is like the quote unquote. Again, like I'm gonna say the most predominant is the quote unquote Southern accent, but I mean even then, right? There's all kinds of different, like, there's people that could break that down into like 30 different categories. To me, it's about like, it's kind of like a drawl
Hmm.
thing, and it's just a question of like how accentuated it is. But I would say that that's the most prevalent
Yeah,
uh, down
because
here. But it's still very like mixed up. You know what I mean? As far as like different people from different places that have different accents.
hmm, because I'm not sure if it's the same over there, but in especially because I'm not familiar with Eastern European accents, but in Ireland, England, and say Wales, like say for Ireland, like where I am, I'm Dublin, so there could be four accents that are associated with Dublin, and then you would drive say 30 minutes out of the county into another county, which like that like there's 28 counties in Ireland, and you can drive to them in the space of like 20 minutes of each other, and every 20 minutes you will
What
get,
the fuck?
yeah, it's crazy, man. And every 20 minutes you will run into a different accent. So like the west of Ireland sounds completely different to the east of Ireland, to the west, you know what I mean? Like the accents are crazy over here, and it's like that in England as well, but England is more primarily like north and south, the accents. But I just,
Wild.
it's crazy, man. But I just noticed in this film, I know a Welsh accent when I hear it, and not one person sounded Welsh. Like say for the likes of
Not one of
no,
y'all.
not one, man, not one. Even I was
That's a damn shame.
even so like the setting may be authentic, but the accents aren't. But here, I'm not going to hold it to that. Even Horace, man, like his accent would be Old English. Like that's how people used to speak in England at that time, but maybe not Wales. You know, I just it was a cool
Right,
little,
right, right.
it was a neat little thing that I thought about speaking about accents. But do you remember the part,
I
man?
got you.
Do you remember the part in the film where the lights go out
Yes.
and Rebecca wants Horace to go upstairs to get a lamp? But yeah, and he's too afraid to go up, so he brings up one of the lads to come up with him, and
What's the matter, Horace? Are you a punk bitch? Go get the lamp. Horace, the lamp.
this is where we first see the room, and there's like a plate of dinner outside the room, and it's locked up with a big padlock. So straight away,
Mm-hmm.
my imagination was going like, what sort of fucking monster is locked behind this? If Morgan is downstairs serving people drinks, who the fuck is in this bleeding room, you know?
Yeah, and it's like you're saying, like it's not a just oh the door is shut. Like no, dude, that it looks like they're trying to fucking house a werewolf or some shit in there. I mean, like that thing is locked the fuck up.
Locked up like there's a wild dog or something in it, man. Like
Yeah,
again, it goes back to, man, what sort, like, who you're looking at, who is the bad guy in this fucking family? Is it the siblings? Are we looking out for Morgan, or is it this fucking fella behind a locked door? Do you know what I mean? It's that's what's great about this movie. It keeps you guessing
yeah.
all the way to the end, man. All the way to the end.
And I like it felt to me like I had a lot of flashes to the brain that wouldn't die, right? Where there's the like the unknown, you know, monstrosity in the locked room. Similarly, the big ass padlock and it's fucking all barred up and shit. And you're just like, man, I bet whatever in there is fucked up. It's gotta be some kind of crazy. Like I bet that thing's 10 feet tall and has 4 fucking arms. It would have to justify a padlock like that.
And before, because I really want to say what is behind that door, but I'm skipping over a part where Morgan and Philip gets into a little bit of a fight, man, and it was quite entertaining, man. I love these old when they tried to make fight scenes kind of look action packed in these old films. Sometimes it can come off a little bit funny, but
Yeah.
for a big fella like Morgan, Philip put up a pretty good fight. I have to admit.
Yeah.
I think he knocks him out.
Oh,
Doesn't he?
and to your point, yeah, he got clocked pretty good. Apparently Karloff is only 5'11", and when I say only, not like that's I'm not calling him short, but like before reading that, if you asked me, hey, how tall was Karloff, I would have guessed, I don't know, dude, like fucking 6'5",
Yeah, man.
like like freakishly tall. You know what I mean? Like they had to put some platforms on that man or something.
Well, he definitely had platforms for Frankenstein, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he had them on for this movie, man, as well. He's towering over the whole cast. And I have funny thing with Boris Karloff. I've seen him in other stuff. I forget the movie that I watched there the other day, but he played like an evil scientist. I think it was called The Ape, and
Yeah, that one's solid.
you've seen that one, man. Yeah, for the first
Yeah.
half of that movie, I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Oh right, that's Boris Karloff there." Like he does kind of look a little bit unrecognizable in that role.
He did have a lot of range, and again, especially for the time, right? Because like you want to talk about typecast, like Karloff got fucking typecast hard. Like
Yeah,
there was no, hey, we're gonna try something radically different. And as a matter of fact, I would argue that this is about as different as it got. Right? Is he's either the villain, he is like an Igor style accessory to the villain, or in this case, he's a red herring where it's like, well, surely he's the villain. Oh fuck, no, he's not.
hmm
Um, but offhand, I cannot think of a, coming this summer, Boris Karloff in this new comedy special. Like
yeah,
I don't recall him having done anything that wasn't, let's say, like monster slash villain adjacent.
yeah. Like yeah, you'll never seen Boris Karloff playing a hero or an action. As you said, an action packed film like a typical like good looking movie star. He definitely was typecasted a fair bit. Not as bad as maybe like Bela Lugosi. Like his all he
Oh
done,
yeah, 100%.
like his
Yeah,
career
yeah.
went down to shitter, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Even though like, especially like during October, I've been trying to watch a movie every single day, and a lot of these old like 30s and 40s kind of B movie horror movies starred Bela Lugosi, and the accent never changes. His one
No,
liners and all is
he is that like that character became like I mean obviously he wasn't he wasn't Dracula, right, in every role. But like there was his mannerisms didn't change. I mean, it was like a Hunter Thompson Dr. Gonzo situation, right? Where like I think Bela Lugosi um I don't know if through his own choice or not, like I don't know, but like probably from um like public demand or manager demand or whatever, they're like, Dracula killed it, so you got to basically, just do Dracula again, right? But the script is kind of different. Like, what's the one? Is it the atomic bat or the vampire bat? The one where he has the fucking cologne that he
Yes.
gives to people?
Yes. Oh man.
Bro, that shit goes so fucking hard.
It's either called The Bat or The Vampire Batman. That movie was fucking comical. The idea
Hey
of
man, I got you.
yeah,
I got you this bottle of cologne. I want you to spray it. Yeah, go ahead and spray it on. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's fucking aftershave. I think.
yeah.
It's the like what you know what I'm saying?
Crazy
Like
man.
what?
You put on an aftershave, and then 10 minutes later, a 10-foot bat smashes in through the window and
Yes,
kills you. It's so fucking good, man.
yes.
So fucking good.
A giant radioactive, fucking obviously, right? Because how else do you get a giant bat?
Yeah.
Um, killer vampire bat. And the worst part, of course, about a giant vampire bat is that they require more blood to sustain themselves, right? So like you're definitely fucked. I mean, it's gonna suck you like a raisin. It's gonna go suck your neighbor. It's probably gonna fucking get the dog. Like
Yeah.
it's it's no holds barred.
And man, it was one of at the end of that movie, one of the detectives sprays him with the aftershave, and that's how he meets his demise. That like that. Anyone that doesn't know that movie, watch it. I think that's free on YouTube to watch. It's a good one.
It's way better than it sounds. Although, I mean, it is at the same time. It is also exactly how we just described it. So don't go in this expecting Citizen Kane or something. But like, it's good. It's definitely worth at least a single watch, if not like a couple. I would sit through it again.
Me too, man. But I mint all that schlocky absolute shit, man. You know what I mean? I love them sort of movies.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't.
Yeah, that same. They're so good, dude.
So good, man, and especially the ones from the 40s and 50s. It's like I wouldn't dare call this movie schlock or a B movie, but it was like the movies that followed it 10, 15 years later were kind of based off these older films. You know what I mean? They give me the same vibe as these older Universal movies. But yeah, Bela Lugosi, he definitely typecasted himself. He I think if he would have tried a bit more with his accent and done a few more different roles, I think he could have been a bit of a. It would have been in more of a broader select of films. Like, because what annoys me, man, Lon Chaney Jr. didn't really get typecasted. Like, he played all of the monsters, but his later career, he was in like westerns, he was in comedies. Like, he branched out. But in my opinion,
shit, that's actually a really good point.
Yeah, he never got typecasted. But in my opinion, Boris Karloff and even Bela Lugosi, I thought they had better like presence. Like I loved Lon Chaney Jr. Like he was pretty good as the Wolfman, and he was in a few other stuff.
No doubt.
But I never rated him as a great actor. Like, do you know what I mean? As like Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff has like a style to him, man. He has like kind of a bit of class to him. You know what I mean? Almost like my favorite actors would be like Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. They would have came a good couple of years later. Like them two had class, man. You know?
Yeah. No, 100%. There was and it's crazy how much class Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing brought to, especially like some of the later Hammer stuff where it was, like excessively cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild how much class they brought to the table in the face of, Hammer presents ninja mutant undead vampire strippers from the year 4000 or whatever. Like, some of those movies were fucking absurd, and they still delivered a 10 out of 10
Yeah.
performance.
I'd say I think any role that Peter Cushing, especially Peter Cushing, any role that he'd done, man, it doesn't matter how bizarre that script was, he always gave it 100%. You know?
Yeah, yeah, and it's. I feel like there's a lot to be said for that as an actor, because that is like I feel like it's got to be easier to act in a role that you're genuinely passionate about. Like that when you read the script, you're like, fuck yes, I was born to fucking do this. Like, this is it. When you read, okay, and then Dracula is going to karate chop you in the throat and throw you off of the downtown building, but your fall is going to be broken, by a taxi cab or something, and you're going to get up and leave. Like, when the script is absolutely ridiculous and you're not fucking feeling it, and you can still give it 100% and not phone it in, right? And not just be like, look, I'm just here for the fucking paycheck. Fuck it. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot to be said for that.
For sure, man. For sure. And just something about them old actors, man, like the ones we were talking about just there, I don't think they make them like that anymore. There's no actors now to me. Maybe there's a couple that stand out to me, but like, there's none of them that kind of gives me the same kind of vibe as Peter Cushing, Boris Karloff, even Claude Rains. Claude Rains is another brilliant actor, more from the 30s and 40s. But these actors, you know what I mean? They just gave the movie that little bit of class that I feel is lacking. Excuse me, in a lot of these modern films.
Yeah,
you feel me, man?
Yeah, it is, and it's kind of like what I was saying earlier about how I don't think the sets could be replicated. I think that there was a particular, it was this beautiful union of limitation and passion, right? Like, they didn't have a big budget, but they were still very passionate about what they wanted to do, so they made it work. And I think that you see that really come through in a lot of the old set design, as well as a lot of the old acting. Like, there is a, yes, the skeletons and whatnot, like, are all cheap. Yes, we can see the strings, we get that, but the delivery is still there. And in fairness, if you were watching it, in a theater or later on television back in the day, more than likely you wouldn't have seen the strings. We weren't fucking watching it in 8K OLED, curved fucking home theater displays back then. It was like a shitty CRT TV that had no remote control and was black and white only.
That's very fucking true, man. And that's I give it to a lot of the directors back then, man. As you said, budget restraints and just technology overall that was like holding a lot of movies back. These directors and obviously the cast, the crew, production crew, they had to think outside the box, and that's what a lot of directors and production companies now in this day and age don't have to do, because they can just rely on technology to do that kind of work for them.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, 100%. It's like, oh well, we don't have to make 24 plaster skulls. We can just add them in post processing. Oh, we don't have to actually rent out this old abandoned ass house. We can just CGI some cobwebs in it and shit. Like, I think that there was a lot of magic lost when the monster stopped being a dude in a rubber suit. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, it's just, it doesn't matter how goofy it looks. It's just, at the risk of this sounding like a dumb way to say it, like, it's just so much more real. Like, there was an authentic person that acted that. So, like, you appreciate that, and there is a you can go on, like, let's say you go on Wikipedia, right, and you're like, damn, I really liked that movie, I really enjoyed that monster. Who played that, who did the monster role? Oh, it was this guy. Oh, dope. Has this guy been in any other films? Oh, look, he was in this other thing fucking 6 years later. Let me check that out as well. Um, if it's CGI, it's fucking soulless. Like, yes, someone still drew the model and all that, so it's not totally devoid of the human touch, but like it's just kind of, it's like a one and done, right? Like it only exists on the screen for however long it exists, and then that's it.
Sure, man. Like, and here's a perfect example. Now, I am skipping a little bit forward in the years, but the original Salem's Lot, Tobe Hooper's Salem's Lot, all practical effects. The vampire Kurt Barlow was a real person with real prosthetic makeup with the teeth. And then I think it was just this past year the remake came out, and I watched it. I went to see it, and I was looking forward to seeing what they would do with the vampires and especially Kurt Barlow, because his original design, I'm pretty sure, was kind of inspired by, say, Nosferatu, the bald head with the teeth hanging
right.
out. So in the
Yeah.
new one, it was completely CGI. Like that person, that vampire was completely CGI, and
That's fucking whack, dude.
it was, man, it was a bad movie. Like, I have a lot of complaints about
Yeah.
that bad about that remake of Salem's Lot. But like, how hard is it to get a bald actor or get an actor, put a bald cap on him, put prosthetic
You know what I'm
makeup
fucking
on him?
saying? I know, like, yeah, like I know y'all have got vampire teeth in the special effects fucking room. So just like go back there, get some teeth, get a bald cap. Let's fucking. I'm not a makeup expert, but I'm assuming what, like, white base, maybe some blue in there to make it look like a
Yeah,
dude's dead. Put a cape on him, you got a fucking vampire, dude. Like it. Come on, you can, cheaper than you can CGI it. Surely you can give someone who's like either never had a role or like only had a couple, like you can give a small actor a chance, save on budget, and have a much more real and authentic experience for everybody. But
I don't know, man. We're living in a world where Marvel films are fully shot in a blue screen warehouse unit. And soon as I kind of started to learn a bit more about how they do them Marvel films, man, I just went, whoa, like that does not sound like filmmaking to me. That just sounds like
no,
that.
it's
Do you know what I mean, man? That sounds like get the biggest names that we can,
yep,
get them into a blue screen room and dress them up as Iron Man and
yep,
Spider Man, and that is going to sell
it's it.
billions. It's very sad, man.
Correct, because it's a money making machine. It's no longer a passion project. It's no longer someone sitting around who's been sketching this monster or this fucking character or whatever, for the last 20 goddamn years, that finally got a script accepted that's like, bro, I'm gonna put my all into this. It is exactly what you're saying. It is people who sit in a room and they look at algorithms and they say, well, according to this trend, if we release a new Avengers movie every 1.2 or whatever years, we are basically guaranteed X return. And they will keep doing that until the returns begin trending downward. And they can no longer, please the investors or whatever, and they'll fucking figure something else out. But like it's the consequence of going with the safe choice. Um, and at the risk of sounding like an elitist fuckbag when I say this, I feel like the moviegoer does have to bear some blame on this. Motherfucker, they would not make 17 different Transformers films if people didn't go watch them. There would not be, 38 Fast and the Furious movies if people did not go watch them. But yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's my fucking
that's a fucking true statement, though, man. Like, these movies are no longer art. Like, I know.
right. They're not.
Do you know what I mean? But I know from the dawn of movie making times, it was always a money racket. Like, they were paying them old film stars, silent era, 30s, 40s. They were like a lot of people weren't making too much money. They were undercutting a lot of people
Right.
back then. Like they were still making a lot of money, but it's gone to the point now where I will not watch a Marvel film. Man. I refuse to watch any damn
No, yeah,
superhero movie.
no, dude. And I get that some people groove on it. I get that a lot of people like grew up with it and there's a lot of nostalgic value there. And I get that. I'm not here to discount that. But if we're gonna talk about the quality content of the film, right? Like its contribution to filmmaking. I just don't like I feel like there's certain movies that we can objectively agree just like don't really do shit for cinema, right? Like I feel like Sausage Party could have just never been fucking made and everyone would have been fine with that. Um
For sure, man.
there's there's so much just
Such a stupid movie, man.
garbage. Yeah, there's so and it's what's really crazy is like there it's millions and millions and millions of dollars goes into this garbage. And it's been shown time and time again with independent filmmakers that you can make really great shit without having to have the colossal budget. It's the proof of concept has already happened. We know it can fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just frustrating to constantly see people take the safe way out. Now, that being said, if someone called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, bud, I'm gonna pay you $2 million, and you're gonna have some bullshit role in a Marvel movie, and you're gonna hate it," would I do it? You bet your sweet fucking ass I would do it. I would do it, and I would have the biggest fucking animal rescue sanctuary the world's ever goddamn seen.
Hell
So
yeah.
it just got paid $2 million. So there's definitely right there. I'm sure there's big enough dollar signs where it's these people are like, yeah, I don't really want to do this film, but I do also want to get paid millions of dollars to do it.
Yeah,
And that's fair.
that's definitely happening, man. Like I know you're not too
Yeah.
big of a fan of modern horror, but I did enjoy the first two Conjuring movies directed by James Wan. And this is a perfect example. James Wan, I don't think will ever sit behind the camera and direct a horror movie anymore because now he has opportunities now to do. I think he done that Aquaman movie. So again, superhero movies, print money.
Yeah.
That's the direction he's going.
Oh, yeah, it's a money printer. Yeah. It and it's literally like it's like you were saying earlier, you advertise it based on, hey, we have this big name star who is playing this well-known nostalgic character. And that's it. All of a sudden, for whatever reason, the story doesn't matter. And it's I hate to sound like I'm just constantly shitting on fucking superhero movies, but like in many cases, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, but like the story is established. Like there's a pretty lengthy canon most of the time, so I don't know that superhero movies come out and it's like they have some kind of giant lore affecting twist to them. Like, don't they have to just kind of work into all of the pre-existing? I'm wording this mega fucking poorly, but like, I guess they feel so limited is what I'm trying to say. There's only so far that they can go, right? Like,
Exactly, man, because everything is based off the comics. So you're not gonna get a Spider-Man movie that's gonna go fucking left field and surprise everyone. Everyone kind of knows what to expect with these superhero movies.
Right.
So I guess people go and just for the effects or the top actors or whatever the fuck. I just don't see what the hype is for a new Avengers movie when
same.
it's the same fucking shit to me, man. You know what I mean? Like I the the superhero movies I did actually enjoy was the Sam Raimi trilogy of Spider-Man. I thought they were quite good, but again, it's still that superhero nonsense crap. Now I know when
That's
Sam
Kind of
Raimi.
wild. I didn't know that was even a thing. The Evil Dead guy directed Spider-Man?
Yeah, the Tobey Maguire trilogy. Yeah, he directed them.
What?
Yeah, bro. Not know that.
Holy fuck! I actually kind of want to watch those now.
You've never seen them, man.
No.
Oh man, I think you would like. I know we're bashing on superhero movies, but I honestly think you will enjoy them because there's callbacks to Evil Dead in them. Like Bruce Campbell appears in every single Spider-Man as a different character. There's scenes like if people listening that are familiar with Evil Dead, the scene where the tree wraps around Ash's, I think it's Ash, or maybe it's one of the women in Evil Dead. When the tree wraps around the vines go around our arms and legs. That's replicated in Spider-Man with one of the fucking villains. I forget what it was, but yeah, there's loads of callbacks in that
Huh.
Sam Raimi trilogy to Evil Dead. So if I was to give you like to it'd be the trilogy, the Spider-Man one. Like definitely,
Okay.
definitely check them out. It is an interesting trilogy because it's not. What's the new guy's name that plays Spider-Man? Tom Holland. Tom Holland literally is like a 12-year-old in Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man was a kid in the comics, and Tom Holland kind of plays that role good, I suppose. But the Sam Raimi trilogy, Spider-Man, he's well into his 20s. It's a different sort of Spider-Man to the one in the comics and the one that they're doing these days. I actually think they're a good Watchmen.
Interesting.
But back onto the plot, there's a bit of a romance starting with Roger and Glady's. The scenes where they're sharing a smoke and they're having a little drink. So there is a little bit of a romance in this film as well. But we're getting to the scene where we finally see who's behind the locked door. And
dun dun dun.
And man, I'll be honest with you, I was blown away because you walk in and all you see is this decrepit person lying in the bed, and it does he does look spooky. But what's even more spookier, it's played by a fucking woman. So Sir Roderick,
that voice, dog.
Yeah, man, the voice. You do hear the voice earlier on in the film, but you finally get to see Sir Roderick, and it took me a while, man. I was watching it thinking, is that a girl? Like the voice is so high pitched and creepy. I was like, that for sure has to be a girl. And I stopped the movie straight away and I looked up and it goes, yeah, it's played by a female. What a great little twist, man.
Yeah,
that is so spooky, man. That is so good.
It again has very, to me at least, had very like Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes. You know, there's this just older than dirt fuck. I mean, motherfucker's 102.
Yeah, man.
You know, like
100%, man. I thought of the grandfather from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All he is a decrepit fucking, almost a corpse, like just sitting in one place. Very interesting. But we get another little piece of lore, and Sir Roderick is actually not the bad guy. So there's another little twist, and he's basically saying to the people that the siblings Horace and Rebecca are the evil ones. So now we're going back, and now you're looking at Horace and Rebecca. Oh, okay, right, they're the evil ones. So like that threw me off again, man. What a fucking film!
Mm-hmm.
Fucking great, man.
It's wild. I like the Rebecca character in that. So a big complaint I have with villains in movies. This is gonna sound stupid, but I hate when the movie takes too much time in making me hate the villain. And what I mean by that is, goddamn, again, I'm about to shit on fucking superhero movies again. Deadpool, right? The amount of like, good God, this guy is such an asshole that was the villain in that film. It got to a point where it was so much that it actually like lowered my overall enjoyment of the film. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I get it. He sucks. Like I get it. But I like how in this film, like with Rebecca, she was I guess the expression I'm looking for is like she was fun to hate. Like she's a very like mean and bitchy character,
Mhm.
but not so much that it ruins the enjoyment of the film. And you're just like, good God, I can't stand that person. Like every time they're on screen, I wish they had just like had less fucking less
Yeah,
screen
yeah.
time or something. I really enjoyed the balance. Also, just for those watching who have seen this, are we all on board with fuck Roger? Roger is a piece of shit. Like, is that just universally agreed upon, or like, am I alone in this? Like,
Why did you say that? Because he stole the girl?
he was like not even that, but he was like super aggressive before it became known that Porterhouse and old girl were just platonic, right?
Mhm.
Before that became known, he was still just like 10 out of 10, like, hey, baby, what's up? Like, zero, zero regard for, like, yeah, an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. What a scumbag, actually. Because yeah, from the
Like,
fucking jump, man, he was on her like a bad rat
yes,
for sure, man.
yeah. Like, there was no, you know, there was no easing into it. I mean, and that son bitch looks about like a fucking weasel too. He's
Yeah,
like staring at her, just about rubbing his hands together, like, damn,
and
can't wait to have me some of that. Like, fuck you, Roger.
yeah, and poor Porterhouse, man, just takes it on the chin. He just
A class act by Porterhouse. Like, Porterhouse deserves better. Porterhouse is the comic relief. Porterhouse lost his fucking wife, and then Porterhouse got fucking cucked by Roger. Porterhouse needed resolution. Porterhouse for president. Porterhouse needs to win the
hell
lottery.
yeah, man.
I'm very pro Porterhouse.
And another thing I actually forgot to say, Sir Roderick mentioned another sibling that's up another flight of stairs called Sol.
Because of course.
So, like, fuck's sake, now there's another bad guy. And you were mentioning, man, this is your favorite character. We're going to be talking about
Yes.
soon. The ending of this movie was fucking wild. But yeah,
Yes.
so Morgan lets Sol out. A drunken Morgan. He's going around smashing up the house, but he lets out Sol, and Sol's full intention is to just burn down the house. And again,
Literally.
literally, man. And again, I
Like,
I don't know if I believed Sir Roderick at the time. Like, is he talking shit here? Like, is there going to be another twist the time we get to Sol? But no, we find out Sol is actually the bad guy. Along,
yeah.
you know,
And he is trying to burn down the house.
yeah, crazy fucker, man. I really enjoyed Sol.
Saul is Saul is I think my favorite display of criminal insanity that I have ever seen in film.
That scene when he's creeping down the stairs, man. It's just pure menace. It's
I
really good.
love that shit. God, I love it. I tell you what my favorite is though, is when he's trying to fucking stab Roger, and then he sits down and he's trying to talk to him, and he's like so earnestly interested. He's like, man, listen, I got I got a secret for you. I got the secret of the flame, dude. And he's like into it. He's so fucking into it. And like he looks so sincere. And he looks sincere when Roger says some shit like, like, if we're friends, why are you trying to kill me? And Saul looks offended. He's like, kill you, bro. I love you, man. He's like, the emotional roller coaster is so fucking intense. That motherfucker's like tripolar or something. Like, it is, those swings are wild, dude. I love it. I love that whole arc is the best part of that film for me, because at that point it's just like everything just goes to shit as soon as he walks down the stairs. Just how are you going to put that back?
for sure.
Like,
And
I'm not escorting him back to his fucking room. It's
no,
not fucking not going to be me, but nah.
and man, played brilliantly by Brember Wilt. Like played
Mm-hmm.
brilliantly by that actor. So yeah, so there's a little bit of a tussle between Roger and Sol, and it's a great part where now again, man, this is you don't see this today. When remember the two of them fall off the balcony and hit the ground.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
more than likely, maybe stunt actors or whatever the fuck, but that shit looked like a hurt.
Bro, yeah, that was practical effects. Like that was somebody. I would say there is probably a solid 10% chance somebody walked away from that stunt not being able to fully use one of their arms for the rest of their life, and they probably got paid shit fucking wages for it. But
Yeah.
100% two grown adult men did physically fall off of that balcony.
Yeah, like
Like,
that is some
now,
Buster
yes,
Keaton shit, man, you know?
right. Now, was it stage furniture? Yeah. But that wasn't a stage fucking 1-story drop. Like that drop was legit. It don't matter. Yeah, I'm sure they had something soft to land on, but even then you landed on a stage balcony after you fell a full story, hopefully missing the other grown ass man that was falling with you. Like, no, fuck that, dude.
That shit was fucking crazy, man. Saul is killed by
It was wild.
fucking nuts, man. Saul is killed by the fall. Roger is injured. Morgan breaks out of the kitchen, returns to the main room. He frees the girls that are hiding in like a closet or something like that, and he takes Saul's body back upstairs. So that kind of, man, what a scene! Like, so the house is almost burning down, and it skips to the morning then, and everyone just wakes up like so nonchalant, man. Like it's like nothing really happened. Horace and Rebecca comes back down. They're only short of asking the guests, like, did you enjoy your stay, man? It was so casual the next morning.
Right.
You know?
Right. Like they're trying to figure out how to work in the like, hey, if you don't mind leaving us a Google review because it's really good to help like drive traffic to our Airbnb. It's that's the ending. It at first I thought it was kind of anticlimactic, but the more I thought about it, the more I like it because it's like this house is actually so batshit insane that this was probably only like a semi-wild weekend. This was like, like a party where someone knocks a lamp over or something. It was definitely not viewed as severely like no one gives a fuck the house almost burned down. There's a dead man. Someone fucking died. No one cares. Like
Crazy, man, isn't it? Like it's just
you know what I'm saying? Like there is a man dead in there.
It makes me think, man,
that is being like, who's gonna get him back from Morgan?
Yeah. Like is Morgan?
Not me.
Yeah, you know what I mean, man. It makes me think, did he have other guests in this house like before this gang came? Because everything was so like it was almost like it was calculated that they were waiting for stuff. Like Horace, towards the end of the film, when Saul got out, was just locked himself into his room, and he only came out the morning that everything was over with. So yeah, man, like, you know what I mean? This family was used to a lot of fuck shit, I'd say, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
constantly, just all crazy, the time.
But we're gonna go on a little break here. That's basically the plot wrapped up, and then when we're back, me and Acidic are gonna give our thoughts. We're gonna rate the film. We'll be back in 1 minute. See you then. Okay, we're back. So we're going to give our ratings now on The Old Dark House, directed by James Whale. I'm going to go first myself, man. What I usually like doing, as people know, man, I like to talk about what I didn't like about the movie and what I did like about the movie, and then I'll end it with a rating. So I'll start off with the goods. Pretty much everything, man. The cast was fucking brilliant. Brilliant. The direction of James Whale was very good. I even liked the little comedic relief part in this movie, which sometimes can leave a bad taste in people's mouths, but it really does work for this movie. It's quite wacky and insane. It fits the it fits the movie quite good. Boris Karloff was great. Ernest Toysiger as Horace was fucking brilliant, and of course Saul was amazing. What I liked about this movie, man, as you were saying, the ending is almost anticlimactic, but after the roller coaster that it brings you on, it didn't feel too anticlimactic. Like it felt like a fitting ending. Like especially when Saul got out and after the two of them falling off the balcony, like I was almost expecting everyone to wake up the next morning and just part ways. I thought the plot of this movie was fucking brilliant, and it's interesting. I am very interested to see what William Castle does with the remake, but I'll watch it at some stage. But as you said, man, I am a little bit worried because remakes and horror don't usually mesh well together. Like I can't really name you many good horror remakes, but since
that's what I'm saying. It's not normally a very good recipe.
And what I didn't like about the movie, for one, I thought this movie could have been a bit longer. I thought there was enough substance there, man, to fill out a few more scenes. Like I don't think I would have harmed the film at all by taking out some of them scenes, man, because the characters were so fucking interesting. I wanted to hear more. I wanted to hear more about Pendrell. I wanted to hear more about Philip, Margaret's situation, and then the love interest. So that'd be my only gripe, but I'm really nitpicking here because I enjoyed it that much. The production was great, the music was great, the set was great, loved everything. And my rating for this movie is going to be 5 stars, man. 5 out of 5. I can't not recommend this movie enough for people. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. Now, Acidic, bro, let me know what you thought about this movie.
So, yeah, honestly, like I'm gonna have to hit it with a 5 as well. I thought about it. I was thinking about like a 4.8, but I sat there and I'm like, okay, well then, where was the miss? And I think I agree with you wholly. It could have been a little bit longer. I wouldn't have minded just because of how good the dialogue was and how good the character development was. It was nice revisiting it after so long. I've absolutely got to get the fucking Blu-ray at some point. Like, have to. Yeah, it's very different, right? Like it has a lot of familiar like tropes and familiar elements, but it's the way it's presented is very different. Highly recommend it. Super, super, super glad that you enjoyed it, and I do want to say, like, I'm sorry for the delay of this episode. It's as you said, it's been a while since you uploaded, since the last upload. My bad on that. I'm glad that we finally got a chance to sit down and knock this out.
For sure, man. For starters, man, do not be worrying, bro. Do not be worrying. I'm happy whenever you're here. Literally, don't be worrying. I am really glad we got around to watching this, man. I watched this about 3 times in the build-up. Well, not because
it's solid, bro.
Yeah, it's that good, man. Do you know what I mean? And for anyone that hasn't seen it, it is free on YouTube to watch. Some of the some of the quality on the videos are varied. I watched a decent cut of it, but this one definitely deserves to be bought on Blu-ray, the highest quality, because
and
stunning film.
If you're a physical media collector and you get the DVD, just be aware, like you're saying, some of those DVD, some of those rips are fucking rough, dude. Like it's old, and it shows it
for sure, man. Well, I was just blown away by it, man, because it just went, as I said, it went under my radar. I consider myself a little bit of a universal buff, especially the monsters of the time, the 30s and 40s, and this one just slipped through the radar, man. This is as good as any of them.
Yeah, no, for real. And it does kind of shock me that it is so it's pretty universally unknown. But I 100% agree. Like, I think that this stands up to the production value of a lot of the really high end universal stuff. Now, yes, some people may be put off that 99% of the film happens in the same location, but the location looks fucking awesome, first of all. And second of all, I would argue that it's a film more about the people than it is about the place.
Mhm.
So like the somewhat limited setting, I think, does provide a lot of fertile ground for a lot of character expansion, which is really nice.
That's it, man. And again, I think that's why I like this movie, because it's not right a typical monster, a typical serial killer, not even a typical
Yeah.
fucked up family man. It's it's the twists and
Right.
turns in this one. Like it has the creature, if Morgan, like if you want to call him that, the family's fucked up. It has all the tropes that you're used to, but it's the way
Mhm.
James Whale, or maybe the scriptwriter, especially the scriptwriter, done it. It stands out to me, man. And thanks for the recommendation, man. Honestly, because this is like, I always thought Bride of Frankenstein was the flagship for me, man. Like no other black and white fucking horror movie at the time could touch it. But man, this is toe to toe with that movie. This is a really really fucking good movie. I'm really excited that we talked about.
Hell yeah, man. And it is kind of crazy how much overlap there is between this and like Frankenstein or Bride of. Um, there's I I guess that would explain why it's so well polished too, right?
Hmm.
Because like a lot of the people were involved. I mean, we're not talking about, just some random filmmaker. It's like, look, dude, I just got done doing fucking Frankenstein, so like I've got at least some idea of how a horror film works,
Yeah,
right? And how to like stage that. I think that there was a lot of really valuable insight that went into the making of this.
sure, man. This was made with fucking love. As we were talking about
Yeah,
earlier, just you don't see movies these days getting the love that these did, man. You know.
yeah,
But anyway,
yeah,
if you
100%.
if you made it this far, like the video, subscribe, rate on Spotify, whatever you're watching or listening to it. And I haven't picked my next one, but I'll let you know, Acidic, and we can watch it whenever we get a bit of time. I'd just like to thank you, man, for being here.
Oh, bro, thank you for having me. And I will say that I think this recording time, I think this is the ticket. I think trying to do it later in the day might have been fucking us up. I think that this right here is probably going to work pretty solid, as long as this works for you moving forward.
Oh no, hell yeah, man, yeah, hell yeah, yeah. No, earlier would be like this is my prime time. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I agree with you, man. I
Fuck yeah,
think I think later on in the day when we're after having bad days and this and that, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah, do you know what I mean? I agree. The earlier ones, I think, going forward would be a good show.
And there's just a lot that can happen, like a lot, oh, this errand came up, or like fuck, I got called into work or whatever.
Exactly, yeah, exactly, man. Or you could be feeling stressed out at the end of the day or pissed off, whatever it may be. I think, as you said
Yeah.
earlier before we recorded, getting it done before any other shit pops up, you know?
Yep. Yep. 100%.
But here, thanks for being here, man. And everyone that's watching there, thanks for watching, listening. Make sure you like that video, though, please. And we'll see you in the next one.
I am Dracula.